Good morning, Wildland. Welcome to day 2. A little thought for you. Your art practice is a form of peaceful protest, declaring that beauty, connection, and creativity matter more than anything else in difficult times. When you make time to sketch, you're choosing to invest in your own resilience and in the power of creative community. That's how we build bridges instead of walls. I really hope you enjoy today's video.
The first thing I'm going to work on is the eye, because that's where I find connection. All right, so I'm going to work on darkening this area of eye. Look at the really dark outline. It's like she's got beautiful eyeliner kohl on. And it's the darkest that I can see on this wolf, that and inside her ear. So I want to make sure it's nice and dark by moving my pencil slowly, smaller marks pushing into the paper. She doesn't really have much of a catch light there, so that's all nice and dark. Her iris is not white, so we give that a little bit of value. It's very dark in this corner here. It's dark in this corner here. And remember that I'm working with coloured pencil, where if you're doing the same thing, we're working with coloured pencil. So we're not going to get all of the intricacies that we can get with graphite. So we get to be a little bit less restrained and just think about how we can portray the shapes and the textures, etc., that we're after without really fine lines. Now I'm looking at the way that her fur moves and giving some furry indication. I'm not being pedantic. I'm not trying to ensure that I'm getting the darks that are between each piece of hair. I'm really describing quite loosely her hair with a single pencil. And again, you may want to portray this a little differently. Feel empowered to do that. So I know that I want to work fairly lightly on her compared to the other two wolves, which have quite a strong grey and brown colouring. And I can see that the ear here is darker than the fur of the top of her head, so I want to portray that. You see that there's a bit of a dark line on the edge of the ear. Again, remember we're going for connection, not perfection. So just keep going. Don't worry about slight things that might be amiss that you want to try and spend too much time on instead of moving forward and getting a larger picture. Remember also that you want to try and keep detail to the area of focus. So what's the area of focus? I think for me, it's going to be the faces, the eyes and the snouts, and for this gorgeous girl, her tongue. And I want to think about value as I move around. So inside this ear is not light. It's quite dark. Even though we're reading this part as lighter, if you have a look at compared to the fur that's around it, it's quite dark. Inside the ear is dark. Look at the way that the fur moves around. And take your time. Remember that we're undertaking an act of creative reciprocity here. We're showing thanks for these incredible beings that we get to share this planet with. Thanks for the photographer who took the image. Thanks to this planet of which we're born. And we want to use this time to be present. To enjoy process. Come back to this eye, my favourite. So really looking at that shape. Again, this eye is somewhat lidded. The iris is fairly dark. There's no big catch lights. Let's eye. Think about some of these darker areas around this gorgeous face. Just note that little bit of light on the edge of the nose there. Keep an eye on the shapes. Can't really see the nostrils too well in there, but I know that they're there. That lighter eyebrow. Darker line coming up the middle of the forehead. A darker mask. Down under here. Okay.